Yeah, this is level 7. They ain't screwing around anymore. But I just never thought that... Like, how do you even... I mean, everybody has to hang glide for the first time, right? So when you hang glide for the first time, I'm guessing that's your highest chance to die? Like, the only way to get good at it is to do it. So you have to put your life at stake multiple times to get the skills needed to not die. I don't know, I guess I'm just not an adrenaline junkie. I mean, I guess skateboarding, I guess I understand, but even if you're in, like, a half pipe, the highest you'll ever be up in the air is just a few feet. And then when you land, if you land inside the bowl, if you land on that, like, curved surface that distributes the energy a bit better, I guess you could land smack in the middle. Alright, come on, man. I feel like my talking is not affecting my playing that much. There are times where you need to, like, stop talking to, like, concentrate, but I don't think it's actually happening. I think this actually just is this hard. Okay, where the frick is the... God damn, okay. I have enough altitude to circle back. Okay, so I have to be more to the right so I don't land into that stupid air thing. Actually, if I think I'm not going to make it, I could actually go into it on purpose. Where the hell is it? Shouldn't it be right in front of me? I'm going to be too short. I'm going to be too short. Fucking... This is hard, man. It's fucking hard. God damn. Oy, oy. So did you ever... Were you ever into, like, BMX or, like, rollerblading or doing any of this kind of stuff?
No, I was a fat kid.
Is that why you started working out?
Yep.
So at what point did you decide to, yeah, Jake's actually like a weightlifter and like an actual one. So what made you, so when you were fat, why didn't you just try to burn the fat? At what point, like what made you decide to go in the direction of becoming super muscular?
It was probably, I'm a big film geek. You know, like, you name a film, I probably own it or have seen it multiple times. Like, one of my biggest idols is, Arnold Schwarzenegger. But I didn't want to get to that massive side because a lot of, women and people think that's just, super ugly. Like, why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah.
And then one of my dad's friends said, well, why don't you do something like strongman competitions? I'm like, what? Kind of just like blanked, and he's like, well, you can do this. You can weightlift, get in shape, and still compete in something you might enjoy, might not enjoy. So,
So was something with, so were you like wanting to compete?
It was a competitive drive because I was an athlete. I played football the whole time, and realizing, at my height and, my current weight and, I had disabilities of trying to, further a career, in football. The chances were super slim. But for competitive weightlifting, it's a little bit...
Fuck.
It was a little bit nicer for me because, I grew up on a farm. Was used to doing hard work and was just generally stronger than my peer group.
Mm.
And what flipped the switch for me is, you're freshman in high school, 255 pounds, at like 5'0" nothing.
Yeah.
And, with my last name, my former last name before I took the wife's, was Batterman. Everyone just called me Butterman, and it just like started poking at my nerves. I'm just like,
once a name like that catches on, that one's probably hard to shake. When it actually fits
when it actually fits your physical.
Yeah.
It just got to me, and I'm like, no, enough is enough. I cut out a lot of my Mountain Dew intake and soft drinks like Kool-Aid and everything, and just started working out repeatedly. And
so, did you ever? Was it hard for you to give that stuff up? Or were you like, I'm on a mission, this is my life from now on, and never look back?
It was the mission setting, being that young and determined and everything. It was a mission setting, But then, once I hit my goals and everything, and skipped going to college, joined the Navy, got out of the Navy, and it wasn't a job, per my field per se, in this area. Like, I would have to either live on the East Coast or West Coast or somewhere down south in a high populated area to work on like a bomb squad or something. It wasn't around here in little BFE, Wisconsin. So decided to work at
Taco Bell with your good buddy Thomas. Aw.
Broke my diet, broke my diet and everything. Just started not, working out again, to the point where I was starting to revert back to my old ways. And
now you got full-on dad bod, probably.
now
right?
I got full-on dad bod going right now.
But then you used to be muscular too, so it probably looks different. Yeah, you got like a sweater on right now, or a hoodie, or.
No, I'm still like pretty cut and everything, and lifting.
So you've got like muscle and fat now.
I got muscle and fat. I got a dad belly going on here, a little beer belly. But to the point, where recently when I first got this new job, like they do a health assessment and they're like, yeah, you're gonna have to pay like this much for your insurance because you're fat.
That's what sucks. That's what sucks about BMI. You're just like, yeah, but muscle weighs more than fat. If you got a lot of muscle adds weight, but it doesn't add height.
Yeah.
So I feel like the BMI thing is like totally flawed, and yet we like, what? It's so bad. It's so flawed. With such a glaring flaw, how have they not? As far as I know, there's no push to like get rid of it. Everyone still uses it.
Why?
It's so bad.
It's gonna hold out. It's gonna hold because
I don't understand.
It's a uniformed kind of set mentality where, well, we can just use this. It's done. It's over. It's a standard like unit of measuring. We're not gonna change from it.
What I think what would be more fair perhaps is, I'm not an anatomy expert. Yeah, sorry, ladies. If they could because different people have different bone structures. So what I think, something that I think would be more fair is that if they measured the width of your pelvis, and then that would probably give you a decent. I'm not trying to land on the small one over and over again, by the way. That's just the way it comes up. But they could measure the width of your pelvis to be if your pelvic bone is gonna mean that, because for me, for example, I have a 35-inch waist. And I mean, even I'm not at my thinnest right now, but even when I was at my thinnest, I'm almost overweight because of my waist is just 35 inches. No matter how much weight I lose, my waist will never be, my pelvic bone will not ever shrink. So there's no way, so that's always going to be filled out. So if you have a different bone structure, your body is going to naturally fill that out with muscle and fat and whatever tissues or organs or whatever. So to hold me to the same standard as someone whose pelvic bone is 28 inches, if you were to wrap the tape around and pull it taut or whatever, I don't know how they would measure it. They got ways to measure shit like that.
No, yeah, no.
But you see what I'm saying? I don't know exactly how they would do it, but to find some way to that, there's some people that are naturally thin. There's people that are just naturally thin and tall. Why should a thin and tall person always be considered thinner than someone who's equally thin but just shorter?
It's like trying to find pants for myself. Your whole pelvis thing. Yeah, my pelvis, my waistline is a 30, 34, 36, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But in order to fit into pants, I gotta get 42s, 42s, 44s, because my thighs are just so massive from the weightlifting and the working out. It's I can't undo that.
Yeah.
My legs are permanently like that now and always will be.
I think it's easy to do weight and height, but if they're gonna actually measure fat with calipers, in this day and age, that wouldn't really fly. They'd be oh, I feel fat shamed when they use calipers on me to pinch my stomach pooch or whatever. God, come on, that was so close. But yeah, they just I feel like there's a scientifically more accurate way to do it. Yes, it might take 5 more minutes per person to go around their body with the calipers or whatever, but at the same time, if the result is going to be more accurate and reflect the health of the person and the size of the person more accurately, why not use it?
The healthcare should be individualized per the person.
You would
I
think.
totally agree with that. Yeah.
But nope. I'm pretty sure that even at my thinnest, I was still like, maybe not at my absolute thinnest. Maybe now. I'm a few pounds heavier than my thinnest, but or lightest or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I was like almost overweight. I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure like the average person that looked at me would not think I'm overweight. So,
when I was entering in the military, being 18 years old, being 5'9", I was supposed to weigh somewhere around 165 in order to hit the healthy mark. I was 195, and they're like, "You're morbidly obese." And I'm like,
"You're like, yeah, but
yeah,
can a morbidly obese person like bench 400 pounds or however many? Like, it's they should factor in how much muscle you have, because like I said, muscle adds weight, but it doesn't add height. To have to pay more for insurance because you have more muscles. Come on, man." In 2018, you're telling me we can't come up with a better solution to that? Come on, dude. Yay. Yeah, I don't know. And nobody is interested in addressing it. As far as I know, nobody's even addressing it. I'm way too short.
Nah, because we're worried about celebrities and
no
walls.
Ugh, goddamn. Land on the line. Oh, yes. Play on words. Haha, so funny. You should make a YouTube channel.
He looks like an angry Nazi.
No.
Because they failed.
Yeah, well, they failed and they caught flack for doing nothing wrong. So, I mean, I'd be pissed too.
They're still feeling the effects.
Oh, yay. Oh, fucking. Yeah, fucking. Actually, Boogie2988, the big YouTuber, he caught flack. Yeah, he's at that level. He's got like over 4 million subs. He's at that level where if he says something out of line, like people will actually make videos about the thing that he shouldn't have said so that they could put him in the video. And you're kind of like, I can understand why people do it. It's valid, I guess. But they do it so that the algorithm, so that people will watch a video about this guy, Boogie2988. People watch a video about him, so if they see someone else making a video about him, they'll click on it because they know the other guy. So they're sort of using their fame to promote their own videos, sort of. And it's just a technique. That's how people have entire YouTube channels. Come on! People make entire YouTube channels where all they do is talk about other YouTubers, and they don't actually. I mean, they do script it a lot of times, but they don't have to. They don't have to come up. They just wait for people to fuck up, which is they just wait for people to say things they shouldn't. Basically, what he said. He was just doing. He wasn't doing like a scripted thing. He was just like he was on like a stream or something. He was just talking out his ass. But at the same time, I could kind of see why people got upset. He was talking about the Holocaust, and he was like, he said something like, "Some good came out of it," and I'm like. Ugh. That one.
This is a very touchy subject for us Germans. We don't. It never happened. It's just Allied propaganda.
Well, the thing is that Boogie is such a positive. He's like a positive guy. He's always trying to be positive. So he's one of those people where he will try to see the silver lining in everything. So he was like, yeah, some good came out of it because now, I don't even know what he said. What he said after that didn't fucking matter. Dude, fuck. Nobody cared about what he said, what the reason was. It's just that when you have 4 million people that follow you or whatever, anytime you say something like that, people are gonna, you kind of gotta watch it a little bit, but then at the same time, just with his personality, he always wants to look for something positive that happened in anything. It just so happens that the Holocaust should be at the bottom of that list of things to find the silver lining in,
There are like 4 subjects you don't talk about.
Go on.
You don't talk about Jews and the Holocaust. That's very, very bad. You don't talk about, women and anything women have control of, which is like everything. And then you don't say the N-word around your brother, if you know what I mean. And then the last one is you don't talk about religion because everyone go crazy over that shit.
I'm surprised religion's on that list. I'll just go ahead and say it. If you have any religion, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, come on. Am I going to be short again? Alright. Jeez. Fucking ridiculous, man. But, yeah, I don't know. You do run into people that are super hardcore about religion, but it seems like everybody's, like, bar is, like, different. Some people are like, yeah, we can talk about religion. Yeah, we can talk about race. Or...
It's their passion.
But then...
it's they're passionate about something, and they don't want to, like, hear other people's opinion on it.
It seems like women are is the topic that you catch flack from pretty much everybody. Even somebody who, like, agrees with you on, like, everything else. You're like, this topic, this hot button topic, this hot button topic. Women should be held to the same standards of men. Then they, like, pull back. Like, that's gonna be the thing you pull back on? Really? Equality? You know? Why is that, like, why is it controversial to even say that? I don't know. Or to say that, hey, women should pull their weight in a marriage or a relationship. You can't say that women should do anything. What? Like, the fact that that's a taboo topic goes to show, like, where, like, that right there is the problem. Like, that shows how deep the problem runs, to where average intelligent people are still like, whoa, you can't say that you can't blame a pregnancy on a woman. The man should have worn a condom. You know, that's everybody's go-to default setting, that it's always the man's fault.
Well, me being a German, and I have a great-grandfather that did serve with the German Reich, and...
I thought you were, like, Celtic.
My mom's side of the family is Scottish-Irish. My dad's side of the family is Northern German. I
always get all that shit mixed up, like Nord or Celtic or whatever. Like, I don't even know if any of that's... I don't keep track of any of that stuff.
But yeah,
so you're not technically Celtic. You like the Celtic, like, stuff or whatever, right?
Nordic. I follow the old Nordic.
Okay, so Nordic is actually real. I don't think I ever heard of Nordic until you pick your class on, like, Oblivion, and I was like, I don't know if this is like an Elder Scrolls race. I'm pretty sure Khajiit is not real. Is Nordic real?
Nordic, Scandinavian,
okay.
Norse, whatever you have a call for it, but that's...
So Nord is okay.
Yeah. But as being a German, I didn't want to watch this one certain video on YouTube that everyone was talking about at the time in my friend group. Because I'm like, okay, I finally gave in and watched it, and it was absolutely hilarious. And I'm like, the sad fact of it, the movie's called He's Back.
Okay.
And it's about Adolf Hitler, basically got time beamed into today's day and setting and everything, and basically did what he did back then in today's age.
That'd be interesting.
And used the media and everything to his advantage to preach it. And, like, this one guy found out he was Adolf Hitler, and it's like, he's doing it again. But the sad fact of it, in the video, it shows that these people can just blindly follow what one person says.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty nice. It helps my argument with my friend group here that you can't play the racist German every time that we play a video game, dude. I'm like, why not? I fit the stereotype.
Yeah.
But I'm like, the whole thing, the whole premise of the movie was, basically said what happened because, not because people didn't. Trying to overthinking it here, but it happened. Not all Germans were bad.
Everybody's like, why did the German people allow it?
They didn't see what was going on. Like, they knew, like, some of them knew what was going on. I don't know. It's a really touchy subject for a lot of Germans over there yet, and then there's a lot of them that are like, it was our past, we should embrace it and just get over it.
Yeah.
We made mistakes. We're paying for them.
Oh my gosh, did you see that shit? I am save stating the fuck out of that. We spent this whole episode on why am I getting these bonus chances? I don't know. I'll fucking take it, though. There's a good chance I won't need it. But let's do it anyway. Yeah, sorry, go on.
I totally forgot where I was.
You were talking about it being touchy for people just saying, hey, just leave it in the past. It happened, people didn't notice. This happened because of that we didn't notice or whatever. and they just want to leave it in the past. But then again, it's like, well, how do you leave something so bad in the past?
Yeah,
but it's
it's
like,
like
well,
how-
none of the people that were responsible are. Well, I guess maybe there's a couple, but it's like, well, it's in the past, so none of. It's like when white people get blamed for like slavery. It's like, well, everyone that did that is dead, and nobody who's alive today was a slave. At what point? At what point am I not responsible for what my ancestors did? Is this many generations enough? Apparently not.
There's a good rapper that like, and I don't listen to a whole lot of rap. So Thomas is like, "What? You listen to rap?"
No, actually, I bought a Little Dicky CD, or the Little Dicky CD.
The Little Dicky CD.
Oh, I like that one a lot.
No, there's a rap artist, Tom McDonald, that rap. One of his like raps that's very controversial is "White Boy," and it basically states, "Why should I feel sorry for something that I've never done?
Yeah.
I'm not the one that did this, this, and this." And like that's how I feel as German descendant. It's like, why should I feel sorry for something I didn't do? It was very bad what happened, and it wasn't the whole populace of the German nation. It was some pretty messed up individuals.
So what's the response like if you were to say that to someone, like someone who has this position where they still want to attack you over it? If you were to say that to them, what would their response be to still make sure it's your fault? Because they're not going to say, because they're never going to be like, oh, you're right, I guess I shouldn't blame you. They're still going to be mad. Like, what would be their defense that would allow them to stay mad at you despite having heard that? They can't argue it.
No one's ever argued it with me, but I've had other subjects come up where they're like, well, this and this and this, and I'm just look at them and I'm like, yeah, my family fought for the Union, so there's nothing you can tell me. None of my family has owned slaves or any of that, so telling me I should either support this movement or...
Yeah, but you're white in America, therefore you're responsible for everything that every white man did, according to certain groups of people.
Here's a sad fact, Thomas. The white male is in the minority.
Yeah? Oh, fuck.
We don't have this huge population control everyone says we do, but we do have a lot of people who represent us in high positions.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with a lot of those people.
Yeah. Well, like people say, like, men fucked up the world. Like, no, a very small percentage of men fucked up the world. Men rule the world, and that's where everything's fucked up. No, I don't rule anything. I rule over my cat in my apartment. And my dick. And that's it. That's the only things I have the say on. Like, well, no, like, the same people of the same gender of you as you, like, I'm like, dude, like, I can't help that I'm the same. You wink at me? You coming on to me? But it's just a way to just be mad at me. You know, you can't, because as soon as you say it's not all white men's fault, then your whole narrative starts to unravel. So that's why everything has to, because if you say all the bad people are in the past or they're all at the upper echelon, it's like, well, then who am I mad at? Like, how can I stay mad at Thomas? Okay, Rockabelt. Actually, we're over on time. We'll do this one next time. So, why does it say... Oh. I was going to say, why does it say curriculum at the top, but it's curriculum? Oh, man, that's funny. I thought that was like a made-up word.
Why you can be mad at Thomas is he looks like a white supremacist with his shaved head.
Actually, yeah, I do. Actually, my driver's license picture, I look like a fucking serial killer, man. Okay, anyway, we're going to touch the green bar-shaped beams, then land on the target in the next one, and we'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching, and please hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you next time. Bye.